Thanks.
Well, I was really looking forward to your session.
Me too.
I took 3 days to select your topic. I did
Oh my
everyone's
God.
finally, and then I took time, and then I was like, I need to create a good topic for you.
You know,
So let's. I should we
it's a
go?
great topic. In fact, there are 10 topics in there, but I like the core. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
just go with the introductions. I'll start, and then we can follow up the lead. Iman, Mushtaq, you can go next. Hassan, you go get next. One by one. Make
Yeah.
sure you guys just don't overlap each other. Okay. So you can write in the chat box who will go second and who will go third. There's like private chat. Just write down the number so that we cannot clash each other talking. So I'll just go first until you guys can pick up the number at what number you would like to go. So Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Mariam Salman. Mr. Shamsazaz knows me already. But here is a small introduction about myself that I work as a operational manager and content manager at Institute of Emerging Careers right now. And along with my studies, I'm studying IT computer science with the designing and also at doing some Islamiyat studies as well. So this is a very short introduction of and I would appreciate everyone else to go next. How about Hassan? You go next.
Sure. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hassan Khan Dareen and I'm studying BS IT and I'm interested in these kind of roles like volunteer roles, ambassador roles, and I like these kind of things very much. So I do take interest in these things, and I think that's all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Hassan.
Lubina, would you like to go next?
Yes,
Iman.
I would love to. Hello, everybody. My name is Libena, and I am currently studying in KSPL. I'm studying business IT, and that's it.
Uh, Guys, if you don't mind, could you also include where you're speaking from, where you're based out of? That would help. Thanks.
Great. So I'm from Hyderabad, Pakistan.
Okay.
I'm from
And
Karachi,
Hassan is from.
Pakistan.
I'm from Islamabad, Pakistan.
Great. I've been to both of your towns. And you got Iman Mushtaq and Iman Zara and Lubaina. Go ahead.
So let me introduce myself. Hello, Shams. I am Iman. I am a student of Doctor of Pharmacy from Government College University, Faisalabad, and I am living in Faisalabad, Pakistan. And I am also active in many societies, like in the university, in the Lincoln's Corner and American Space in our university, and also many societies like Beaconate Quiz Society and YPDC, like Student Affairs, etc. I like to explore and enthusiastic fresher. I am in the first semester of my university. That's it.
MashaAllah. Very impressive, Iman. I've been to your town and I've toured the Faisalabad Agricultural University as well. So I've been to Hyderabad,
Wow.
Sindh. I've been to Islamabad. I've been to Faisalabad. Next person, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Iman.
I am Iman Zahra and I am
Yes,
studying
Haniza.
BS Telecommunication Engineering from UAT Texla and I am from Lahore. That's it.
Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Iman. And what year are you studying? Are you a freshman, senior? What
I'm
year?
in third semester, second year.
Second year? Wonderful. Okay. So you're in the college life right now. And Iman Mushtaq, you're now out of, you're still studying?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are. And Hassan, you're a graduate, right? You're done with your studies.
No, I'm not graduated. I'm in my third year.
You're third year, and Iman Mushtaq, you are
First year.
first year freshman. Great. So you got a first year, you got second year, and you got third year, right? Um, Aliza, Azim, go ahead.
I am currently in my first semester doing BBA in the Institute of Business Administration, University of the Punjab. I am from Vihadi, but currently I'm living in Lahore.
Fantastic. Where are you from? Did you say
I am from Vihadi. It is a small city. It is a district Vihadi,
in which state, which province?
Punjab.
Punjab. Got it. Okay. Thank you, Aliza. Fantastic. Lubaina, go ahead.
My name is Livena. I am studying in KSPL. I'm studying business IT, and this is my third semester, my second year in KSPL studying IT, and I live in Karachi, Pakistan.
Great. That was where I was born.
Oh,
And
really? That's
yes,
amazing.
yes. So thank you guys so much. And Lubaina, you spoke very quickly, so I missed part of what you said regarding where you're studying, what you're studying, which year you're in.
Okay, I am studying business IT from Karachi School of Business and Leadership,
Okay.
and I am in my second year currently.
Second year student. Okay, so all of you guys are, thank you, Lubaina. You guys are students going to college, right? You're university students. Very nice, very nice. And you're studying different things. But are you all IT related studies, or is any one of you studying anything else other than IT?
I am from business administration. There is no IT in my field
Is
of
that
study.
Lubaina? Who's that, Lubaina?
Eliza.
Aliza Azim. Thank you.
And I
Okay,
am the
very
student
good.
of Doctor of Pharmacy, not IT.
I'm sorry. So Iman Mushtaq is in
Pharmacy.
pharmacy school.
Yeah.
Aliza, business administration. Hassan, Iman Zahra, and Lubaina in IT. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's accurate, but IT has also subfields. So many of them are Iman is doing telecommunication engineering, and I'm doing information technology IT,
Okay.
BSIT.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I have a very weird background from early on with technology, but my passion, guys, has been history, geography, travel, literature, everything else other than computer science. So the reason I'm asking you these questions is I got involved in technology at a very early age, at 16, when I was sent here from Dubai, where I was raised. Even though I was born in Pakistan, in Karachi, I was raised in Dubai, and I came here when I was 16, long time ago. Okay, and I was the youngest undergrad computer science major, statistics minor at Montclair State College in New Jersey. It was a different time. We're talking, many decades ago, but I remember the excitement of being in college and trying to learn something new. And you guys, where you are right now, is very, very exciting in terms of technology and the business world that we live in today, the changes that are coming in your world that you're going to take charge of in the next few years. Okay. So with that said, I I wanted to. I was looking at the 10 points that Mariam had studiously researched and shared with me, and I wanted to go over those 10 points. But the core concept today for today's talk is the new global accent isn't how you sound, it's how well you connect. Okay, and it's about communications, borderless, our tone, clarity, and storytelling matter more than accent or geography. And to be honest, I would like to share some of my experiences with you along the way today. But before that, I wanted to also ask you guys, for example, Iman Mushtaq, what got you interested in pharmacy?
Like in pharmacy, research work, and in I want to be in manufacture or like in the plant area of something. I'm interested in that.
Okay, I want to dig deeper into it. Was there somebody guiding you to get into a pharmacy school?
No, it was so sudden. Like I was preparing for my like medical school, MBBS. So I gave the test also in the GCUF and also for the like the test, the entry test, MDCAT, the main test of our country. That is the like most competitive. So I gave this. I passed it, but I was not on merit like on government colleges. So I take the admission in pharmacy. I like it also, but I do not do any kind of like deep research in it. So I just go with the flow. And also I am trying to develop my interest and to explore pharmacy as well as I can. And like right now I am more interested in writing articles and research and developmental area. Like I do not like the work like sitting on a table and working on a laptop. I want to explore and develop new thing like that.
Fantastic. Amazing. Iman, I'm blown away. At your stage, you've got high high aspirations, uh, immense enthusiasm, curiosity. I sense that in our conversation, what I hear. Okay, so you just gave me a huge boost. And if I was here, I would love to hug you. And I love that positivity, enthusiasm, and basically hope for the next generation that I see in you. Okay, Man, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Hassan, what got you into IT?
What got me into IT? Basically, I studied my biology in metric, and my family members, my parents, forced me to study biology as well in inter as well. So I was more favor in engineering, pre-engineering, and then I did my engineering in my inter in my college. So I was a bit fan of means you can say engineering because all of my cousins in my family are engineers. So I thought that I can also be an engineer. So I worked hard, but I think it was not for me. I studied hard, but in my mathematics, I don't get that much good marks. And then I see like world is progressing so much in IT, in computers. So I thought like I also have some kind of interest in computers as well. So I think let's sink in it. So I applied for BS IT, and I was basically in favor of computer science. And I did my interest in my university and applied in three of these: software engineering, IT, and CS. So in IT list, my name came, so I joined it, and yes, it's going so good so far now. And as you also know, that world is progressing so much in IT, so I think it's good.
It
It's
is.
basically, yeah,
So
that's
true,
good.
Hassan. So true. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So proud of you, man. You're another ray of hope for us, for our generation, because of your energy. I see, right,
Yeah,
and the smile on your face, right, with what you're learning, what you're studying, and you're part of this huge movement that
yeah.
is moving us, our societies, and changing us very rapidly, and has great hope for you and your family and your future, right? So, with
Thank you.
that said, Hassan, interesting what you said. You know, I was sent here at 16 to study computer science, forced by my dad, my father, who was in sales in Dubai in 1977. I was 16. I just turned 16. And I was very naughty. I would not study, but somehow I passed O levels in a Catholic school in Dubai. I just turned 16. And because I was giving him so much trouble, I'm the eldest kid of 5 siblings. I got 4 younger ones. I'm the oldest. And I was giving the most heartache to my parents, my dad especially. I was very naughty. And so as soon as he was shocked that I passed all levels, okay? And because I never studied, I was either fishing on Dubai Creek or I was with my Arab friends playing football, soccer, as we call it in the US. And I would never study, right? So, Avaragartha. And what happened is, as soon as I passed O levels, he was shocked and he called his sister here in New Jersey in the US and he said to his sister, this guy has passed and he never studies. He's passed O levels. I'm coming over, see if we can admit him and get him out of Dubai and put him in college over here. So he came here, met his sister. A friend of his sister, my puppy, took him to a college where that guy was studying, and that person admitted me without me knowing, just with my transcript, created an I-20 foreign student form, selected computer science major, statistics minor, and next thing you know, my father gets back and he hands me a piece of paper and he says, you're going to study computer science, you're going next week, you're going to be on a plane to JFK. Tomorrow we're going to the consulate and we'll get your visa stamp. I swear to you, this is exactly how it happened. I was here after my dad came back within 1 week, 7 days, I was here. It was that fast for me and I was forced into it, all right? I'll tell you as we go along the rest of the story, but I don't want to take time away from Iman and Lubaina. So Iman, you're studying telco, is that correct?
Yes, I am studying telecom.
Excellent. What got you into telecom?
So I studied biology in metric, and then I
Okay. Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
hello.
Yeah, I can't hear Iman Zara. Okay. Let's move on to Aliza Azim. Aliza,
Yes.
tell us
So,
about your journey. Why business administration?
my father is a businessman, so I have been very interested in business. And even though my family wanted me to go towards computer science and IT, but I
Okay.
was passionate about business, so I kind of argued with them, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do what I want. That's how I got into business.
Fantastic, fantastic. So it was because of your father, your family, who has a family business, right?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. And are you interested in starting your own business, your own ideas? What do you want to?
To be honest, I really want to explore and do my own adventures first because my father gave me the option to come back and handle his business. And I was like, and at that time, I thought in my mind that I first want to live my life on my own and then I'll see what I'm going to do.
Fantastic. Aliza, you're one of the most fortunate girls in the world whose parents, and especially your father, is so supportive of you. And mashallah, I'm very impressed. Okay. In today's age, we need more female entrepreneurs. and I'm so happy to hear that from you, getting into business and then learning about business and business administration and exploring opportunities. There's so many things you can do, right? Uh, I was telling you about my story, guys. When I was forced into computer science, I hated programming. When I got here, I was only 16, and I wanted to play. I wanted to enjoy life, right? And I come over here at 16. I'm 30 minutes away from New York City. Across the river is Manhattan,
Yes.
and the whole disco revolution had started. So I wanted to actually study business, and my father said no, he would not support me other than computer science. Even though he was a salesperson, he had no technology, medicine, science, engineering background. But somebody had told him back in the 70s that computers are going to change the world. And they have, right? But he was the smartest man who knew where things were going. I was just a dumb 16-year-old. So I dropped out of college after 3 years, 2.5 years. I dropped out and I had to go back to Dubai because my grades went down. And my father would not let me change to a business major where I really wanted to do what he was doing, become a salesperson and learn about business. Anyway, guys, that's enough about me. I see Laiba Noor and Lubaina. Laiba, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So Laiba here. I think my voice is echoing.
There's an echo.
Is my voice clear now? Okay, I hope so. It's clear. So this is Laiba Noor, and I am as far as my background is as I discussed. So I am a final year student, bachelor student in food science and technology from Government College University Faisalabad, and I had a midterm exam today, so just reached home. So I just thought that this session seems fun, so I just need to jump in and look what's happening. So I just came in and I feel like a lot of positive and good vibes here.
Hmm.
So I think so that's all about me. I am just struggling with my exams and other documentations and etc things, and yes, that's all.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much, Laiba. Thank you for popping in, as they say, dropping in after a hectic day. And I can promise you, I got enough stories to amuse you and take the stress off the day. All right. But I'm not going to bore the rest of these people who are assembled here with all, with my stories. I thought it would be best to engage with you guys in a conversation. But I do want to go over the 10 points that Mariam and Kaina, actually Mariam shared with me for this session, just to be fair to the work that they have done. And I want to give at least one example in my life, in my experiences, to highlight where that point um, mattered, was important. Okay. So we're through Laiba. And Laiba, you're technology, right?
Yes. I am
Okay.
from food science and technology. It's basically a multidisciplinary subjects including science, technology, mechanics, and all the
Okay.
things related to food and how basically from industrial. I have also done an internship at Rafan, which is a maize processing ingredient Rafan, which is a maize processing multinational. So yeah, sort of thing like that.
Wow. Impressive. Impressive. You're on a fast track. You're like going like 90 miles an hour. You're doing so good. Alhamdulillah. I'm very,
Thank
very impressive, Laiba. And of course, everybody here, right? Iman, Hassan, Aliza, all you guys are fantastic. You're going at a much faster speed than I ever went when I was your age, right? So I
Also,
see.
sister,
Yes.
elder sister, Iman. Elder sister, I am. Yes, he's my younger sister, Iman.
Which Iman Mushtaq? Okay, all right. But you're Laiba Noor, right? You got different
Yes.
surnames. What's that? You got different surnames, right?
Yeah,
Well,
my father's name is Mushtaq. Like I have two names. You can say Laiba Noor, but my name is Laiba Noor Mushtaq. But
okay,
she
gotcha,
has got only
gotcha.
one
Okay.
name, so she has Mushtaq. Yeah.
Wonderful. You've got great company between your sister and you. You guys are rocking. You guys are superstars. I got to tell you. Great. Wonderful.
Thank
Wonderful.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laiba. What got you? So you're Faisalabad, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay. I've been to
yes,
your
yes.
and to your university. I was telling
Uh-huh.
earlier. Yeah, it's great. And I stayed at the Serena Hotel. This is way back in
Oh
2003.
wow.
And I ran into a couple
Oh
of the textile big shots while I was having my dinner in
yes.
the coffee shop. And this is
Oh.
2003, going way back.
Oh,
We're going
I was
22 years ago.
worried.
22 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. That was a long time ago.
Everything.
And I'll tell
Yeah.
you maybe in a different session we'll talk about that story of how I ended up spending 8-9 days in Faisalabad and why I
Oh,
went there. So, but that's a
wonderful.
different story. So, listen,
Oh,
guys, thank you
do
so much
come
once
again.
again. I'm
Yeah, do
sorry.
come again. I said,
Thank
do
you.
come again here.
Thank
You
you.
will have
Thank
a
you so
great time.
much.
And
I would love to. I would love to. Thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
so much. I
I
appreciate
would
that.
love to host you. Please do come again.
Thank you. Thank you, Laiba. Thank you. All right, guys. Now, I've taken a lot of time today just with introductions and getting to know you guys. I want to quickly go over these concepts, the core concept and the key points that I've been given. The first key point is clarity over fluency. In this concept of global accent isn't how you sound, it's how well you connect. So the first point is clarity over fluency. So speak clearly when you communicate and do not make it complicated. Use short sentences, strong verbs, and meaningful pauses. That's the first key point, clarity over fluency when you communicate. Second is neutral and global friendly vocabulary, meaning the words you use, right? Avoid jargon, idioms, slang, and culture specific expressions. For example, guys, when you want to agree with somebody, don't use yep, yeah, use yes. Don't use nope, nah, none of that jargon. When you're communicating in your professional environment, use proper words, grammar. Okay? That's what it means by avoiding jargon. Prefer universal, simple, and neutral words. Now, that is very important. Some of the words that we use in our communication, guys, are universal, which is greetings. So when you come across people who are different than you, right? In Pakistan, everyone says salam alaikum. Not the rest of the world, at least not the rest of the non-Muslim world, which is the majority of the world. So one of the things I have learned is use a common greeting such as greetings. Okay? All you have to do is say greetings, right? And that covers good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time zone you're talking with online, for example, right? Let's say you're faced with a situation where you're in an online meeting in the Western zone or a different time zone, different country, and it's work related. The best way to greet is greetings. Greetings. How are you? Okay, and that cuts through all the time zones, all the cultural what do you call differences, and everything else. Okay, and that's one thing I found is always start your conversation and introduce yourselves with something neutral like greetings. My name is Shams Hassan. Okay, and that's it. And so that was the second point. The third point that has been given to me is voice elements that matter, that are important. And I'm reading from this page that I printed out. Okay, so that's why I keep looking down, making sure I don't miss a point. The third point is your tone, your pace, how quickly or how slowly you're speaking, and your pitch, meaning are you using high and low pitch to create an effect on the other person. So for example, the tone being warm and confident means you are putting the other person at ease. It's okay. You can make a mistake. All right? We're all humans. The pace, when you speak at a controlled pace, you're able to breathe in and out and keep oxygen going to your brain so that you're thinking clearly while the conversation is going on. Okay? And that also helps in your mood, and you don't get rushed or your mood doesn't change while you're speaking. These are things that are very important, your voice elements, guys. The last is pitch. When you lower your pitch, people pay attention. This person is going to say something important. Let me pay attention. Okay? And when you increase your pitch, people get a little distant and say, okay, this is important, but you know what? It's not that important. So keep varying your pitch when you speak to somebody to have an effect on that person of the importance of what you are saying by using pitch, pace, and tone in your conversation. So that's the third point. The fourth point is think global, speak inclusive. So thinking global, what that means is you replace casual group terms like you guys with everyone, using team or friends. Use gender neutral and culturally respectful language. That's now more and more important because when you say gender neutral, you address people without being, telling somebody she or he, or, just making sure that your conversation doesn't put a person's gender on the spot. And culturally respectful language, which of course you guys know very well, right? The Pakistani culture, you guys address me as sir, which of course nobody does that here. But I understand elder people or older people are addressed as sir. in India, Pakistan, and in your part of the world, right? And so I will not have an issue anybody who's young, for example, addressing me as sir. But I do try to explain to you guys, listen, my name is Shems. If you call me as Shems, just call me Shems. I will feel honored, and it will be my pleasure to be addressed as Shems, as an equal. Okay? But if somebody says sir, I understand why. All right? And that's being culturally sensitive and accepting people who are different. Um, the, the fifth point is no accent superiority. There is no perfect accent. Focus on being understandable, authentic, and confident. Now, this, I think, guys, all of you guys, I want you to pay attention. There's a certain impression we have because of the domination of the Western American accent, which is glorified as superior in many times. Because, American Hollywood, pop music, there's so many things that American culture dominates the world. People feel that there's some kind of superiority in being able to have that accent. No, that it's not. I have learned that even though I've lived here most of my life in the US, I have traveled to so many places in the world. And I'll tell you, accent, when it is natural and it is your own accent, makes the other person respect you and feel comfortable with you, as long as you're understandable, you're not making up an accent, and more importantly, you're confident. Be confident in your own accent, just like all you guys are, okay? Even if your English is not perfect, even if you're speaking broken English, okay, guys? Because English is not your native language. It's not the native language of, I don't know, 70% of the world, 80% of the world. English is not the native language, right? So everyone should be comfortable, all of you guys who are listening to me, in your own accent. And it makes you also unique because it brings the personality that you have, your real personality from inside, in the conversation. The reason I speak the way I speak is because I get bombarded with American 24/7. My wife was raised here. She came here when she was 10 years old. I came here, I was 16. Okay? And I'm 64. I'm old. And I've socialized with the general population so much that I without thinking, I start speaking the way I speak. Okay? And that's the whole reason the way I speak is more geared towards as an American would speak rather than what somebody in Pakistan would speak. Even though I'm 100% fluent in Urdu, I can read, I can write, all right? I can speak, and I read a lot of Urdu, okay? I've got Urdu novels. I've got lots of interests. So anyway, coming back to the point, no accent is superior. And the last 4 points, I'm going to go very quickly. Sixth is storytelling as a communication tool. Use relatable, human-centered mini stories. Structure with beginning, message, and conclusion. That one point, guys, you might want to write down. Storytelling makes you memorable. People will remember that. They will forget your name, they will forget what you do, or forget your introduction. Okay? There are two things people don't forget easily. One is your face, like we're on the video call. The second is the story you tell. Just as the story I just told you my story, a little bit of my story. You're going to remember that. You're going to remember this guy who told you about coming to America, right? So that's my story. And you'll remember that. And you'll, of course, remember my face. Hopefully, I have no hair and I have no facial hair or hair on my head. Anyway, so storytelling is something that doesn't come naturally. Storytelling is what you have to practice to become more confident and try practicing storytelling in your own way. And it could be a story about your childhood. It could be a story about your school, college, or your town, or your friends, or somewhere you went to visit, right? It could be a bus trip, a train trip, a plane trip, a car trip, or somewhere you walked. Anything. It could be a family story, a wedding story. You know how crazy some weddings are, right? So learn and practice storytelling if you want to be effective in your communication professionally, okay? And build connections with other people. When you tell your story, guys, the other person will start thinking, oh, wow, this person's like me. I have similar stories. You understand what I'm saying? So always try to connect by storytelling. Of course, I'm not saying tell a whole novel. I mean, spend like a whole hour telling your story in detail. There's an art of storytelling, and you have to learn that. There's got to be a beginning, guys, a message, and a conclusion. Whatever story you're telling, keep in mind before you start telling the story, what is my beginning? What is going to be my message? And how am I going to end it before you start even? If you don't have those 3 points in your head, don't start. Because then you're going to ramble, and that's not good, right? So let's move to the seventh point. Listening is part of speaking. Ask questions, clarify, summarize, confirm. Focus on understanding, not just delivering, meaning not just saying what you have to say, but focus on understanding the people who are involved in this conversation or a meeting. Any kind of listening that you do, you know, with the thought that I'm going to respond to the person who is speaking, you're going to lose out on the listening and understanding. Okay, so as you're listening to me, think of what I am saying, and if you have questions, keep them for a later point. So if you need to clarify something, okay, take a note. So for example, you want to clarify, what do I mean by, you know, some part of the story I just said? Write it down, okay? And when you're listening, always try to summarize what I have said if you want to make sure you didn't miss what I have said. Try to summarize at the end of the conversation. For example, so let me try to understand what you just said. You just in your own words, try to summarize what the other person said. That really means a lot to people professionally, because the other person then says, this person really is paying attention to me, okay? And will respect you more. All right, guys, I got 3 other points. Digital first communication skills. I think you guys are pretty good. Uh, what that means is, camera and on screen presence, professional text, tone, balanced punctuation, and emoji use. Please go low on the emojis. I know we love emojis, but try to avoid emojis as much as possible. Respectful voice note and email etiquette. All that you guys know about. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail. Uh, Number 9 is confidence through preparedness. Practice pronunciation without chasing perfection. Rehearse key lines and record personal feedback. So, confidence through preparedness, guys, is applied everywhere, right? Whenever you're prepared for any kind of thing, for example, you want to go and build your body, you want to go learn something, you have to be prepared to learn. You have to be prepared to go to the gym and be disciplined in your diet, in your exercise, and your sleep, all these things. This is what I mean by preparedness. If you don't prepare yourself, you're not going to succeed. Okay? Confidence through preparedness. When you talk about communication confidence, the more prepared you are, the more you rehearsed, you have done the rehearsing of the communication in advance, the better your presentation is going to be. Okay? That's what I mean by preparedness in this respect. But in general, in life, I've seen whatever you do, if you are prepared, even 10 or 15 minutes ahead of whatever you're doing, you're going to do that very, very well. You're going to do that better than most people. Okay? That's the point. Last, cultural intelligence matters. Of course, common sense, right? Learn conversational basics about other cultures, respect differences in communication styles, formality, and norms. I think you understand that point. If you have a question on that point, you can always ask. All right, guys, I'm done with the hour, but I think we got into it for only about half an hour or less on the topic. And we spent most of the first part of this conversation in introductions, getting to know each other. I would like to quickly open you guys up for 10, 15 minutes. I know it's late. Hopefully, some of you have eaten. If you haven't, you can continue your dinner if you like. Sometimes, you guys eat late in your part of the world. So I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I will open up for questions from you and the rest of the people who are online. Mariam? Mariam? Anybody has questions? Comments?
Yes, sir.
Raise
Thank
your
you so
hand.
much. The session was amazing. It was really wonderful. It gave us so many good advices about communication and everything. Someone asked a question. I'm telling about the questions in the chat box. How to avoid fumbling even if you are clear about your topics?
Repeat that question, Aliza, if you don't mind. I'm going to
No,
increase
no,
the
no.
volume
How
here.
to avoid fumbling even if you are clear about your topic?
Did you say fumbling?
Yes, how to avoid fumbling even if you are clear about your topic.
Okay, so for that you need to breathe. to stop fumbling, right? And if you feel okay, before I answer, give me a feedback. Did I fumble during this session? I'm
No,
asking
you didn't.
you, did I?
No, you didn't fumble. It was a really great session. You talked very well, and it was really inspiring to listen to you the way you were talking.
Then give me an example of fumbling.
Um, I guess when someone like it does happen when you're speaking really fast that you cannot understand, and it is a processing error.
Yes, yes. So we'll come back to the point of pace. When you speak in a controlled pace, you won't fumble. Okay? The problem with this digital communication versus in person communication. So, for example, if you guys were sitting across from me here, right? If you guys were sitting across a table from me, I would be looking at all of you and speaking in my natural way. And you would be responding, right? I can see your body language, I can see your face, your expression in your eyes, right? On your face, and I'd be feeling it. Correct, Aliza?
Yes, of course, it is
It's very
exactly right.
difficult. Exactly. It's very difficult online, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you speak online is you have to, I think what I have, at least what has worked for me, is imagine that person is sitting in front of you or the people are sitting around you. Okay. And if it helps, print out a face here and stick it around and and address a person as if that person online is sitting in front of you. You have to talk to a person as if that person is sitting in front of you. Okay? That way, there's a less chance of you fumbling or going too fast. All right? Now, online is very difficult, especially like, for example, you know, Mariam and your face, Aliza, half is covered, right? There's no way for somebody who is communicating with you to understand your expression of how you're feeling about what I'm saying or how I'm, what I'm saying, how I'm saying, and all that. I can't connect, right? So I'm going to control my communication by focusing, like I have, on each individual word in my sentence and give a quick pause, right? Before I move on to another point or lower my pitch or increase my pitch, right? Your pitch is very important. The same word can be expressed very differently depending on your tone and your pitch,
Exactly. Yes.
right? So
Yes, sir.
to avoid fumbling, Aliza, my recommendation is, and it works differently for different folks. My advice is control your pace. Do not rush. Look people in the eye and be at ease.
Okay.
People are very forgiving, Alicia. Nobody, everybody knows nobody is perfect. Okay?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
because you're young, you guys, and you still have a lot of life ahead of you, and you'll learn that. Okay? Another recommendation is go out and have different experiences. Okay? Get out of your comfort zone if you want to be more confident in your interviews, in your online interviews or in person meetings, or any kind of um, way that you want to present yourself and communicate in the way you want other people to understand you, respect you, value you. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay? In
Yes.
my experience, I was just avaragat. I would, between the age of 10 and 27, I traveled the world. I worked in different parts of the world. I lived in different parts of the world as a single guy. All right? And I was able to do that because of my circumstances were different than maybe yours. But I put myself in uncomfortable situations all the time. You know, at a different time, at a different session, I'd love to tell you about a story where I got stuck in Sri Lanka at Colombo Airport in 1985 during the Civil War was going on in Sri Lanka between the Tamil and Sinhalese. And I was traveling and I didn't have enough money to show to the customs and the immigration, and they wouldn't let me out of the airport. So I ended up being stuck at the airport for 5 days, 6 days. Okay? That was a very uncomfortable situation. All right? That's just an
Yes.
example. And I have so many, right? Go ahead. What was your question or comment?
Um, whatever, sorry, everything you said, it was really great hearing all of this. The advices were really great. Thank you so much for your insights. It will be a pleasure talking to you more in a lot of sessions. And
Likewise.
I personal question that you think it is difficult to talk to someone whose face is covered.
Obviously, obviously, obviously. Uh, I would say it depends. Okay. So culturally, there are many cultures, such as in Pakistan and even here, right? People do cover their face partially, some fully. Um, I have worked in Saudi Arabia for 2 years between 1984-85, before the current, you know, change that has happened in the last 7-8 years. And I had the opportunity to interact with female Saudis who were fully covered or partially covered in various different. And I've done umrahs. I've even done a Hajj, uh, which was obligatory that I did in 2015. I have done at least four umrahs. And so let me tell you something. Communication is a dynamic experience. Okay. And I, as a man, am not really, I think, qualified to comment on a female's choice to either cover whatever, right? But it does affect, to some extent, the level of connection. Okay. But I also believe the connection can be over that obstacle or that challenge can be overcome through a personality, through better use of vocabulary, better verbal skills, right? To make up for the covering that you guys have. All right. So I would not say it's detrimental to communication, but it does affect. Yes. You'll have to up your game on the verbal vocabulary, personality. You know what I'm saying? Sense of humor, right? Those
Yes.
kind of things. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I totally agree with you and everything you have said. Like you said about exploring, going out, and everything. It was really good. I agree with you. And now I would like if one of my co-hosts want to ask something. I want- I
Um,
think one minute.
I do not have a question, but I want to comment that the most interesting thing of attending your session was that we spent most of the time on storytelling. Like you said, that we are gonna remember the story if it is relatable. If not relatable, then the unique one. So I like this part of the session a lot.
Thank you, Iman. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Iman. Inshallah, we'll have a lot of conversations hopefully going forward. I'd love to, I'm a mentor here at IEC, and I'd love to make you guys successful, both in your lives, just general lives, as well as professionally in any profession, anything that you guys want to do. Okay, the world is open for you. Okay, just remember that the possibilities are endless at this stage where you are right now. Okay? You're going to make choices that you don't need to worry about making mistakes at this point. All right? Be bold, do different things, try different things, right? Make mistakes. Of course, I'm not saying just do things to make mistakes, but
Yes.
but be bold and be positive. You guys are changing the world, not us, right? You guys are changing the world, and you're going to raise the next generation, and they're going to further change the world because of how you raise the next generation. Think about that. So your experiences are going to benefit your next generation that you raise. Think about it in those terms. Okay? So that's my last parting words to you guys for this session. Communication, don't worry about your accent, your or how you sound with maybe not perfect English. Forget. People will don't really care. Okay? As long as you're making the effort and you're genuine and you're trying and you're improving yourself and you're asking for help to improve yourself, as long as you're curious, okay? Never change that. Stay curious and keep learning. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's it from me. All right, guys? So I have said what I wanted to say, Mariam. If there's any last minute comments, questions, if you want to open up for the rest of the folks, we can do that. Else, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. So I would really like to appreciate first, it was really nice listening you. I have some backup responsibilities. While hosting these sessions, I have to keep on sending the attendance forms and all everything now. But for this session, I was like, let it be sorted for a minute. I really need to listen first. So I keep on listening. I had three screens open over here. I was seeing everyone on the multiple screen. I would appreciate if you all could just give a big smile. I'll take a picture.
Yes, Mariam is absolutely right. I was having a long day, but
That's right.
I really enjoyed your session. I just sat by my sister and I was just listening to your talk, and I was just I need to jump in this, and here I am, and I totally listened to it, and I loved every part of your session. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Laiba.
Yeah, thank
All
you
the
so much.
best in
Let's wrap
life.
it over here.
Khuda Hafiz.
Okay, guys, you guys can have rest since everybody is working from the office.
Khuda Hafiz.
Office, everyone. Yes, guys, did you enjoy it?
Okay, I hope I did good. I was really nervous. It was a last minute thing, so I didn't really prepare anything.